I remember thinking that the veteran athletes seemed more aware of her than she was of them. And I thought I knew why. Brooke represented an evolution of the sport. In recent years, it's become common to see teen sensations burst on the scene at the CrossFit Games. Largely a result of the teen division that was introduced in 2015 to foster athlete development. Brooke was ahead of schedule. Her background in gymnastics and track and field were catalysts to her adoption of CrossFit, which her dad signed her up for as an after-school activity in high school. While her twin sister Sydney competed in track at the University of Missouri, Brooke focused on CrossFit. She was a collegiate athlete, but without all the university support that comes with it. Despite earning income from sponsors and prize money, like winning Wodapalooza in 2016, Brooke chose the hard way, staying in school to earn her degree in business marketing. She was juggling 3 full-time commitments as a student, a CrossFit Games competitor, and a sponsored athlete. It wasn't uncommon for me to schedule Brooke's travel around midterm exams or finals so that she wouldn't miss a photo shoot. By her 23rd birthday, Brooke had graduated from the University of Missouri, competed at 5 consecutive CrossFit Games, and had become one of the most recognizable athletes in the sport of fitness. At Noble, things were accelerating as well. We were officially a thorn in the side of the big brands that had paid no attention to us early on. It was before the Games that year, in 2019, that we announced the additions of Tia-Clair Toomey and Katrin Davidsdottir, both former Reebok athletes, to our roster. The two combined had won the last 4 CrossFit Games titles, Katrin in 2015 and 2016, Tia in 2017 and 2018. The addition of Tia and Kat was a game changer, but by pairing them with Brooke, our homegrown rising star, we were suddenly able to reach the entire CrossFit world. Both Katrin and Tia independently shared with me that Brooke's relationship to the brand was a significant contributor to their interest in a partnership. As we consider ways to celebrate these athletes, I recalled a story Brooke had shared with me. She was at a friend's house when she was introduced as their Instagram famous friend. That description bothered her, and it bothered me too. While essentially harmless in nature, it represented a clear disconnect between the reasons Brooke had amassed a massive global fan base and the self-promotional culture developing on social media. That disconnect was the impetus behind Noble's More Than Influencers global campaign. Inspired by Brooke, the short film Who I've Always Been showcased the difference between being an athlete and a social media influencer. When it premiered in the fall of 2019, it was watched more than 1 million times in the first 24 hours. I consider this to be one of the key tipping points in Noble's history. During this time, I believe that the athletes had a larger economic impact on the fitness industry than any other group. When COVID hit in 2020, the impact was immediate. At Noble, we were forced to close our stores, furlough staff, and brace for major disruption in consumer demand while everyone was stuck at home. Without the ability to travel to create high-quality content, we leaned on our athletes instead. Thankfully, Brooke and I had a long history to rely on. In the early years working together, I was publishing all of our social media content and handling our midnight product launches. Brooke and I refined the approach together. I would send her ideas for how we could promote a campaign. She would use her marketing background to make it her own. Then we shared both versions with the world, me through Noble's channels and Brooke through her channels. There was no playbook for this back then, but it ultimately became the way we amplified some of our most successful product launches ever. Today, there is a multi-billion-dollar social media economy built around this formula. On the competition floor, Brooke had established herself as a star among stars. Her obsessive personality fueled a relentless training schedule, and as a perennial top 10 games finisher, Brooke was considered a serious podium threat throughout the 2019 season. It was around this time, with college behind her, that I began to see Brooke's level of focus intensify.